Today's Bible story is the story of Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. I wonder what things are making you worried at the moment. What's that, Francis John? When you're worried, things keep going round and round and round in your head. Do you know, just like me too. Thinking of things that make us worried, today's Bible story is all about a leader of God's people, the Israelites, called Joshua. He was worried about how he was going to capture the city of Jericho. But Joshua trusted God to sort out the problem, even though God's plan was very unusual. Are you ready for today's story of Joshua and the Battle of Jericho?
Moses had been the leader of God's people, the Israelites, for 40 years after they had escaped from Egypt. Now Joshua was the leader. God wanted Joshua to lead God's people, the Israelites, out of the desert into a new land. Joshua was scared, but God told Joshua that he didn't need to be afraid because God would be with Joshua wherever he went. Jericho was a city. It was surrounded by strong, high walls. How were Joshua and his army going to get in? Joshua's army was ready to fight, but God had other plans. God wanted to show Joshua and his people, the Israelites, how important it was to trust in the plans God had and not rely on what they thought was best. God's plan seemed very strange, but Joshua trusted that God knew the best way. "We're going to march around Jericho," Joshua told the army. "First will come some of the priests who help us to worship God. They are going to carry trumpets to blow. Then some other priests are going to carry the ark." The ark was a special gold box that reminded Joshua and the Israelites that God was always with them and would lead them. "Then," said Joshua, "will come the army. But," said Joshua, "you must keep quiet until I say so. The only noise will be the trumpets." On the first day, Joshua and the Israelites marched around Jericho once. On the second day, Joshua and the Israelites marched around Jericho once. On the third day, Joshua and the Israelites marched around Jericho once. On the fourth day, Joshua and the Israelites marched around Jericho once. On the fifth day, Joshua and the Israelites marched around Jericho once. On the sixth day, Joshua and the Israelites marched around Jericho once. On the seventh day, Joshua and the Israelites marched around Jericho once. Then again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. 7 times they marched around Jericho. "Now," said Joshua, "shout!" Everyone shouted as loud as they could. The walls of Jericho started to tremble. The walls of Jericho started to shake. The walls of Jericho started to crumble. Suddenly the walls of Jericho fell down. Joshua and his army marched in.
In our Bible story, we heard how God helped Joshua to solve his problem in a very unusual way. It may seem rather strange to us that God wanted the walls of Jericho to fall down and Joshua to capture the city. But the people of Jericho had done many bad things, and God wanted Joshua to help sort out the problem. Is there something that you are worried about at the moment? A problem that keeps going round and round in your head? You may like to close your eyes and think about it. I'm going to say a prayer, and if you want to make it your prayer too, then please say Amen after me at the end. Dear God, you helped Joshua when he was afraid to solve his problem in an unusual way. Please help to sort out the problem I have been thinking about. Amen. Thank you for joining us for the story of Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. We look forward to you joining us again soon. Goodbye and God bless.